Hey, welcome back. Hey, Tony. Hey, Liz. All righty. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. I see Chung Lee, I see Naya, I see Liz, and it says it's only two people here. And I'm here also on the Obama phone, but it's saying it's only two people here. Really? Let's see what's going on in the world. Wait a minute, I gotta bring y'all in. Here we go. I mean, I don't care how many people here. I just don't like to be lied to. You know, why lie? So can we get a refresh? Any good news? Is there any good news today? Nia says her view shows 6. The Obama phone says 6 too. All right, ain't no news showing up. Where the news at? I don't know how we missed this.
Developing overnight, a terrifying incident on board an American Airlines flight from Kennedy Airport. A passenger now in custody after he allegedly punched a flight attendant in the face. This morning, we're learning it all may have escalated over a face mask. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller joins us live from JFK with the new developments from the overnight. Derek?
Ken, good morning. That unruly passenger is now banned from American Airlines, but that could be the least of his issues after he's accused of punching a flight attendant mid-air. Take a look. We have a picture of this man, a passenger on the plane, snapped this photo of the man arrested, sitting
yes, everybody. Can we get a thumbs up?
Denver, handcuffed and, yes, wearing a mask. But American says he punched a female flight attendant over his refusal to put one on in the first place. American says Flight 976, with service from New York to Santa Ana, California, was diverted to Denver after that assault. That plane did eventually land safely in Southern California. Passengers say the man had to be duct taped to the seat, and they say alcohol was involved before things turned violent.
I understand that he actually punched her twice. You could see her walk back down the aisle afterwards. She had blood splattered on the outside of her mask.
Yeah, there was a doctor on the flight, luckily, so I don't know. He said it wasn't broken, but it was bleeding, so they took her to the hospital.
And meanwhile, an American spokesman says, we are outraged by the reports of what took place on board. Acts of violence against our team members are not tolerated by American Airlines. We are working with law enforcement to support our team member and pursue prosecution. And the individual involved in this incident will not be allowed to travel with us in the future. Now, assaulting a flight attendant is a felony, and you could go to prison for up to 20 years. Also this year, the FAA has been busy handing out hefty fines in reaction to this surge in incidents that they've been seeing this year, mostly over people's refusal to put a mask on.
That's crazy. You don't go nowhere then. If you can't respect other people and wear a mask, stay your butt in the house. It's your choice whether or not you want to wear a mask. It's your choice. They got a long one today.
I know. Happy Halloween. Look, y'all. I drew a pucker. See? Yes, sir, I drew the pucker. I ain't doing a good job out there. At least I drew it though. I ain't doing a good job drawing the pucker. I'll write this down up. See, look, pucker, Halloween pucker. The Halloween puckers. The Halloween pucker. See the Halloween pucker. So in a couple minutes, I'm gonna tear up this pucker. I'm about to tear up this pucker, y'all.
Why is he so violent? You gonna sit back down and watch?
I'll be back.
No, he said it. Stay there.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Yeah, wow. While me doing the video, I'm gonna change my calendars. Start right here.
All righty. That was King. Joe the King. Oh, here we go.
And new tonight, terrifying new video of a Molotov cocktail attack in Brooklyn. Security cameras captured the moments an inferno erupted at a deli on Nostrand Avenue in Bedford-Stuyvesant yesterday morning. Firefighters rushed to the scene and put the fire out within minutes. Police arrested the arson suspect, 38-year-old Joel Mangal. Officers say he also slashed the 23-year-old deli employee's hand. The worker told Eyewitness News he kicked out Mangal earlier in the day for threatening people in the store.
It felt like it was like a movie. I fell, burned my hand, got out, turned the fire off, chased me and my cousins to Fulton by the subway, C train, and we got him there.
Mangal faces multiple charges, including arson, assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal mischief.
That's daggone shame. People are crazy nowadays. One hour ago.
As the country heads into the holiday season, travelers could expect to face disruptions from the gate to the cabin. American Airlines canceled hundreds and hundreds of flights across the country this past weekend. Other airlines are handling outbreaks of violence and unruly passenger behavior on board. NBC News correspondent Tom Costello joins us now from Reagan Washington National Airport in Virginia. Tom, good morning.
Hey, Joe, so we actually have thousands of flights canceled over the weekend. Thousands. At the moment for today, American Airlines has canceled several hundred, about 270 so far. So that's an improvement over what we saw. They blamed weather. They blamed staffing shortages. But as you mentioned, we've got anger boiling over in the airports because airlines, in this case American, has really let some passengers down. But also, we've seen tempers flare and violence in the skies. This morning, flying the so-called friendly skies is going from infuriating at times to downright frightening. Travelers have been left scrambling and stranded all across the country after American Airlines canceled close to 2,000 flights over the weekend, scrapping more than a third of its flights on Sunday alone. Passengers from New York to Dallas to Miami waiting hours in endless lines to rebook or even speak to an agent.
They delayed it, and then they said it was the original time, and then they canceled it.
Monica Velez did not receive a text that her flight was canceled until she was already at the airport.
It said choose another flight, but they don't have flights available. I have to work Monday, and I have a 9-year-old at home.
American blames the cancellations on bad weather and staffing shortages that snowballed. It comes just weeks after Southwest experienced a similar problem, compounded by triggering days of chaos and stranding passengers nationwide. Meanwhile, outrage has been boiling over on planes as well.
It's literally 6 a.m. Who's fighting at 6 a.m.?
This bloody brawl broke out on Friday morning on a Delta flight in Atlanta. Police say 30-year-old Curtis Clayton became enraged after the passenger behind him placed something into the seat pocket. Clayton was arrested and charged with battery. Delta says in a statement, it will always put safety and security above all else. Just days earlier, another attack on an American flight.
We had one of the worst displays of unruly behavior we've ever witnessed.
Police in Denver arrested this man after the airline says he punched a flight attendant in the face twice when she accidentally bumped into him and then apologized.
She had blood splattered on the outside of her mask.
The FAA says there have been nearly 5,000 reports of unruly passengers so far this year, a record. Nearly 3/4 related to the mask order. Now, with busy holiday travel just weeks away, pressure on the airlines and the TSA to handle.
If y'all got to fly, don't fly.
American Airlines says, in fact, most of those people who were inconvenienced over the weekend were rebooked on flights within 24 hours. Doesn't help if you miss a wedding or something similar. In addition, it says they're bringing on 1,800 flight attendants who've been on leave. They're coming back as soon as today. The hope is these staffing shortages really across all airlines will be minimized in time for the Thanksgiving rush. Guys, back to you.
The other hope is that passengers will start behaving. All right, Tom Costello. Really? Tom, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
Who wants to be stuck at the airport for 24 hours?
News by
We have a crime alert to tell you about in South Memphis, where Halloween got off to a violent start. Police say 2 men were found shot to death inside a vehicle at Laclede in South Wellington. These latest homicides pushing our overall total for the year well past 260. WREG's Rita Patterson has reaction from those impacted by this gun violence.
It is a club no family ever wants to join. If you're a member, it means you have a or a loved one to violence.
I lost my son.
Last month marked 10 years since Annie Walker lost her 34-year-old son, Marcus Martin, to gun violence. Seeing this Sunday morning, crime scene tape, flashing blue lights, and investigators on the move brings up memories Miss Walker would rather forget.
I think about my son every day of my life. I think about him. I can't sleep. I think about him all night.
Sadly, this is what she came across when she ventured out for more than half a century.
Oh, about 52, 53 years.
Ms. Walker has lived near Laclede Avenue and South Wellington Street, where police spent hours investigating an early morning deadly double shooting.
Enough is enough. It's too much. It needs to stop. It needs to come to an end. They need to put the guns down.
Detectives say 2 men were discovered dead inside an SUV that was eventually hauled away. But what remains, I say they are desperate to find a way to stop gun violence, an undeniable epidemic within a pandemic. Reporting in South Memphis,
the violence needs to stop.
Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
So far, police haven't arrested anyone, but if you know anything about this case that could help detectives, call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. You could earn a reward of up to $2,000 if your tip leads to an arrest.
Did I make it? Yeah. All right, y'all. I even got allergies or cold. Let's see what else we can get into. That's a year ago.
Our roadways. Police are looking for the gunman who shot 2 people in Southwest Memphis last night. The wounded victims actually walked into fire station number 38. That's at Horn Lake Road, just south of West Shelby Drive. Jarita Patterson joining us now live from that area this morning with what all we know. I see the fire station behind you, the very same place those victims walked into.
You're right. So they came right to the fire station behind me, Zanetta, for help, desperate for help. The information, folks, from police on exactly what happened, it is limited. That could be to avoid jeopardizing this investigation, but something we know for sure. There are families now hurting this morning after learning again their loved ones were shot overnight. But I want you to take a look at the scene that we were able to capture. Police were called again to Fire Station 38 here along Horn Lake Drive, just off West Shelby Drive. Relatives who rushed to the scene are telling us this turned deadly, saying at least one victim did not survive. However, important to mention, police have not confirmed that just yet. As detectives began investigating, things were emotional as more family members started showing up. Raw emotion was seen and heard by those desperate for answers. We spoke with one gentleman. His name is Ed Collins. He says his wife is related to one of the victims. The victim, Mr. Collins says, was a father. Essentially, the shooting will have a ripple effect on the victim's 3 children. Here's more.
He was a pretty good old guy, you know. A father. He was a father. He had kids, and this is bad out here with these guns now. You know, they made this gun law right now. It seems like every 15, 16-year-old carrying guns now. They just need to stop all this old gang banging. Put these guns down, man. It's just crazy out here. But they should have made that gun law. That's all I can say about it. But that's bad what happened to him because he was a decent working guy, had kids, had a family. Didn't bother about it. He didn't deserve this.
Mr. Collins, who you just heard from, referring to the permitless carry bill that Governor Bill Lee signed into law back in June. However, it is unclear if that made a difference in this case. So what we do know is the shootings in Memphis are on track to hit a record high. The Memphis Police Department telling us over the weekend there have been 273 homicides so far this year. Of those, 239 were classified as murders. And with 2 months still to go in the year, That puts us on track to surpass last year's 332 homicides. When it comes to this latest attack, again, a double shooting, folks. If you know anything that could help police, make that anonymous call to Crime Stoppers 528 cash. We'll keep you updated on any new information as it becomes available. We're live in Southwest Memphis. Tarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
We have a crime alert to tell you about in South.
I wouldn't call this breaking news, but 15 minutes ago.
The vaccine mandate for New York City workers is in effect, and it's making a major impact.
Mayor de Blasio says the city workforce is now 91% vaccinated, but 9,000 unvaccinated workers were put on unpaid leave today, and roughly 12,000 applied for medical or religious exemptions.
The NYPD's vaccination rate now stands at 85%. The Department of Sanitation is at 83% vaccinated, the FDNY at 81%. Some unions are asking for an extension on the deadline. CBS 2's John Diaz with more.
It's one of the first runs for Engine 26 in Midtown Manhattan as a fully vaccinated team working under a mandate. But the president of the Uniformed Firefighter Association says these bravists are vaccinated not necessarily by choice.
This is not a way to run a public service, a life-saving public service in such a haphazard way. The ones that are there are going to do the best to fulfill their oaths and live up to what they promised the city of New York. Unfortunately, they're putting this in manual mandate.
The numbers show 19% of the FDNY's 17,000 overall workforce are not vaccinated. Among them, firefighters are at 23% not vaxxed, and for EMS workers, 12%. Though there is no concrete number yet, the union expects dozens of fire companies will shut down, but no firehouse overall will close, since resources and vaccinated staff will be redistributed. Some may have to work 80 hours a week to make up for the unvaccinated absence.
They're not pointing the finger at the firefighter they work with that decided not to get the vaccine. Some of them didn't want the vaccine either, but they had to comply because they couldn't live without the paycheck.
Fire unions are now asking for an extension, saying firefighters and officers need more time to file religious or medical exemptions.
We only got 9 days to comply with this mandate. The teachers got 30 days. Corrections has December 1st.
But the fire commissioner saying they had enough time.
For more than 10 months, every member of this department has had every opportunity to be vaccinated, as they should have been.
And Mayor de Blasio, too, remains unmoved, sticking to his mandate and even encouraging other cities to do the same.
To every mayor in America, every governor in America, to every CEO of a company in America, go to a full vaccination mandate.
And the mayor continues to insist that this city is safe and response times for 911 calls will not be impacted by this mandate. From Midtown Manhattan, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
The FDNY says 2,300 firefighters called out sick over the weekend in the wake of the mandate. The mayor says they took an oath and should go to work.
All right, so what do y'all think? Let me pull the chat up. The video's ready? Wait a minute. Hold on a sec, y'all. The videos are ready. What's that folder called? 360. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. It's called 360. So minimize everything. All right, and open up the Gear app. Okay. And it's just called 360. Okay, import media folder. And we're looking for desktop. Okay, so hold on a sec. So what is it under? It's under something. It's under Action Cam. So go to desktop. Action Cam, 360, select folder. All right. All right, y'all. Here I come. Bring that back. Bring that back. All right. So are we back? Yes, we are. Ava J says, is anybody taking a booster shot? Nia says, no way. Liz said, I haven't yet. Ava J says, I haven't eaten. My mom is telling me I need to. Nia says, mandates will create smaller workforce of critical employees up Nia. Yeah, because I mean, they talking about working 90 days. I mean, working 80 hours straight. Them people are supposed to be saving lives. And they're going to be asleep, tired. How are they going to chase suspects down when they tired? You already seen that? That's a daggone shame. You can't go to the Dollar General.
Mississippi man is dead after getting shot outside a Dollar General store in Marshall County. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Janae Lewis. This whole thing happened this afternoon in the small town of Mount Pleasant, Mississippi, 40 minutes outside of Memphis. As WRAG's Jordan James, neighbors say it was only a matter of time before something like this happened in their community.
Halloween is known for its surprises, and that certainly was the case for residents in Mount Pleasant Sunday afternoon.
It's scary because I got 4 kids, and it could have very well been one of us.
A customer was carjacked and shot multiple times in the chest outside of Dollar General around 2 o'clock. The victim was flown to a Memphis hospital in critical condition, where he later died, according to the Marshall County Coroner's Office.
I have no reason to believe this is other than a routine shopping trip to the store at this time. Just a random incident that really could have happened to anybody.
Witnesses say he took the vehicle from this parking lot and drove it about a half a mile down the road until he jumped out of the vehicle and ran into the woods, and deputies were able to capture him after a short pursuit.
The most important thing that we can say at this time is the person that did this is in custody and is in jail.
While the identity of the gunman has not been released at this time, many in the community say it's a man known to hang out at the store. They say he's a known criminal as well. And Cody DeVore had a recent encounter with him.
He was in my buddy's driveway, and dead night, trying to look for something to steal, and they run him off in the same situation. It was just a matter of time for the guy did something. Y'all gonna have to wave him down.
As Halloween comes to an end, DeVore is just grateful that the suspect is in custody after this unexpected tragedy.
It's a shame an innocent man had to go through a tragedy like this in order for him to get put away, But it's a tragedy, and it's a blessing that he's off of these streets at the same time.
Reporting here in Marshall County, Jordan James, WREG, News Channel 3.
Hey, you can't even go to the Dollar General. What's the world coming to? What's the world coming to? You can't even go to the Dollar General? Can't go nowhere. Can't go to the mall. Can't go to the Walmart. Can't go to Target. Can't go to Walgreens. I was in Walgreens today. I wonder how much stealing was going on while I was in there.
A mother's love is sometimes tough love. 18-year-old Jaden Glasper is in jail charged with second-degree murder. A phone call from his mother led police to him. According to a court affidavit, Horn Lake police received a call from a woman advising that her son had shot someone in Memphis. They soon learned from Memphis police of a shooting on Comanche and Parkway Village Wednesday, where one person died. Glasper confessed to police, saying he shot the victim because he was afraid.
Now, that mother, she went a long way. I admire what she did, but that would be tough for most mothers to do. In one way, it's a mother's love actually protecting her son, knowing that he had done something terribly wrong and getting him turned in.
As tough as it likely was, community leaders say if we want to decrease crime, this is how we do it, by speaking up and holding those around us accountable.
If we're silent, if we don't say anything about the crimes that we know happen, that we witness, we're contributing to the crime. We're almost an accessory to it.
Adding, in many cases, our voice could be the difference in life and death.
It's not snitching, it's saving lives. It's protecting our communities. It's making our communities safer to live in.
Reporting in Parkway Village, Janae Lewis, WREG News Channel 3.
Two weeks ago, I can answer that. 2 weeks ago. You already saw that?
This is on the Upper West Side where a man has been shot.
CBS 2's Corey James live at the scene at 71st in Amsterdam with the very latest now.
It just don't stop.
And Christina Maurice, that shooting happened not too far from a school at a time when you can imagine a number of kids were actually heading home. But the focus of this investigation is right behind me. You can see police have it taped off right now. This is what we know so far. We're told the shooting happened around 3:45 at West 71st and Broadway. And according to police, the victim was shot in the leg in this area. We spoke with a witness and a neighbor who heard the shots and feel the violence is getting out of control.
I just hear like bum, 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 like, from the roof. And I look and I see people start running.
By the time we heard the pop, then you know it's a gunshot.
Why is it what used to be one of the safest neighborhoods in New York City now one of the scariest? And every single day I hear of an incident.
And police are looking for multiple suspects right now. So far, a description of them, a detailed one, has not been released. Just got an update moments ago from police. They say the victim who was shot in the leg is expected to be okay. We're live here on the Upper West Side. Corey James, CBS 2 News.
All right, Corey, thanks.
They going in broad daylight.
New at 9 o'clock, an off-duty Chicago police officer is charged with shooting at a car thief who stole her SUV Saturday night in Evergreen Park. 58-year-old Onetta Sampson Carney is being held on $5,000 bond. She's charged with reckless discharge of a firearm. The thief crashed her SUV during a police chase in the Loop. The 19-year veteran was loading groceries in the parking lot at Sam's Club when three men approached, and one of them got in her SUV and took off. That's when prosecutors say she shot at her car. No one was hurt. 6 people were arrested. 5 of them are juveniles.
They made a mistake. They picked the wrong one. They picked the wrong one to mess with, didn't they? You can't even load your groceries. Don't have your car running while you're loading your groceries. Keep your keys in your pocket. 26 minutes ago. It's breaking
Well, the
news.
cause of a multi-vehicle crash involving a bus is under investigation in Westchester. It happened just before 7 this morning near Summit and East Lincoln Avenues in Mount Vernon. Investigators say 2 cars hit each other before crashing into a bus. 9 people were treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
The NYPD is investigating the deadly shooting of a reputed drug kingpin in Harlem. Video shows officers near the scene at West 147th Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard early Sunday morning. Police say 55-year-old Alberto Alpo Martinez was shot multiple times while sitting in the driver's seat of a Dodge Ram. Reports say Martinez had run a cocaine empire in New York in the 80s. The 2002 movie Paid in Full was based on his life. So far, no arrests in the shooting.
Huh? They say you don't retire. You to jail till you get killed. Huh.
The women that stand outside are actually the women that give you service inside. Sometimes they wear schoolgirl uniforms. They're not contributing to the community. What if they have COVID?
Jesus Londono lost his mother Maria to coronavirus in April 2020. So he's upset about what he's seeing along Roosevelt Avenue in East Elmhurst, where women in face masks linger in short skirts and boots, closely watching their phones as the number 7 train rattles overhead, quietly directing men to a massage parlor on the 2nd floor. The pandemic did not stop a demand for sex or the scourge of human trafficking.
I've listened to victims tell me that they have had to have sex with 25 to 50 individuals in one day.
Are they working out of apartments, houses, storefronts? How does it work?
All of the above.
Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, recently profiled a sex worker named Tonya who was being trafficked by her boyfriend to get child support money.
After he started to make me do it every night, I'd drink, I'd do whatever drugs he had just to clear my mind.
And they have taxi drivers who drive the traffic girls around to locations.
Managers, bosses, and traffickers are in this to make money, still wanting to force and coercing women to provide sex services despite the public health crisis.
Hayrick Research recently studied online ads and estimated 11,000 illicit massage businesses, IMBs, are now operating in the U.S., more than pre-pandemic days. The group found 629 IMBs in New York City alone.
For every Starbucks, you have really 2 illicit massage businesses.
But that ratio skyrockets in Queens.
If you look at Queens County, that number jumps to 5 to 1.
This is bedpage.com, the website where many of these businesses advertise. It seems to be a replacement for Backpage.com, shut down by the federal government in 2018 for promoting prostitution. One Bedpage ad promises open-minded Asian babes who will fulfill your fantasies. This spa here on Liberty Avenue in Jamaica, Queens, also advertises on Bedpage.com. Treatments you deserve, and we know what to do. What it does is typical of many illicit businesses in the massage industry. It covers the windows and the door. While the NYPD shut down multiple massage parlors and illicit day spas on Flushing's 40th Road in 2019, pre-pandemic, we recently found women soliciting under the scaffolding there, right off Main Street, by the Long Island Railroad stop.
I do think that the environment is definitely more different because of COVID. There's definitely a lot more desperation in terms of street-based sex work.
In our next report, business may be booming, but the NYPD has radically cut down on prostitution arrests. We'll tell you who the Vice Squad is targeting now and how. I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.
I still say I don't understand. Why would you want to lay up with somebody when you don't know who they laid up with? What you? I mean, seriously. Don't you care about your own body? That you would just risk laying up with somebody you don't know. Uh-oh.
I've been following Curtis Sliwa, the Republican nominee for mayor, around the city for months now. And frankly, when he came out of the hospital just within the last hour, he really did not seem like himself. He's normally boisterous and excitable and always shaking hands and telling a story. He was really, really sedate. His left arm was in a sling. He says that he fractured it. The bigger concern, though, is his head because he has a history of mild concussions. Sliwa was rushing this afternoon to make a radio appearance at WABC when he was hit by a cab crossing the street and flung several feet in the air. Sliwa admits it was his mistake, not the cab driver's. And the radio appearance did go ahead. He said his adrenaline was pumping, and that's what got him through. But shortly after it became more clear something was very wrong, he came to the hospital, and we saw him struggling just to get into his campaign van upon leaving an hour ago. I asked him how concerned he is about his head injury specifically.
What took me through the broadcast was I had all this adrenaline, but the adrenaline eases off, and now I just have to make sure that I can connect the thoughts to what I say. That's really the only thing you can do right now for potential concussion.
Sliwa will not be campaigning tonight. He says he will need to see a specialist in the coming days. We don't have an updated campaign schedule for over the weekend from him just yet. But again, this is a fluid situation. Democratic nominee Eric Adams tweeted out his well wishes, saying he does hope he sees him on the campaign trail this weekend. We'll keep you posted. Live from Lenox Hill Hospital, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.
Hey. Anything good? Well, that's one thing. There ain't been no good news. I mean, yeah, it ain't been no good news in my city. Let's check out this channel in my city. Any good news? This is actually a good video to look at.
Recently, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention cleared the way for patients to choose among all three vaccine options when boosting their COVID-19 immunization. So the question now is, which one is right for you? Well, here to give us the 411 on everything about COVID boosters is Dr. Melvin Blanchard, chairman of the Department of Medicine at the Greater Baltimore Medical Center. Welcome, Dr. Blanchard. Thanks so much for being here.
Ashley, thank you. I'm delighted to be here with you.
Yes, wonderful. So first off, can you outline some of the differences among the booster choices? Because we've got three of them at this point.
Yeah. So, all of the boosters are very good, but there is some difference in terms of the response depending on the initial vaccine that one got in either the 2 doses or the 1 dose with the J&J. For the most part, the Moderna vaccine seems to be very good in terms of its antibody response. The Pfizer seems to be a second based on a recent study, and the J&J seems to be third. Having said that, we don't know that antibody response is the only and most important factor in protection.
Okay, very interesting. So would you say they're definitely a safe choice then for most people?
Yeah, the safe choice is the choice that's chosen. All of the vaccines are very good, very well tolerated, and as a booster, they will provide protection. So.
Okay, and what types of people should be getting these boosters?
Yeah, so anyone who is at risk of infection, increased risk of infection, or those at risk of poor outcomes. So anyone who's living in a long-term care facility, or anyone on the front line, so healthcare workers, teachers, grocery store workers, police officers, people in corrections, public transit. And then in terms of poor outcomes, those who have underlying conditions like chronic lung disease, chronic heart disease, liver disease, kidney disease, dementia, obesity, HIV, all of these individuals are definitely at risk. And particularly those over the age of 65.
Sure. Age is definitely a thing too. So at this time, doctor, what do we know about the mixing and matching of COVID-19 vaccines? Should people get the booster from the same company as their original vaccine that they got?
Yeah, so for those who got the Moderna vaccine, the data shows that sticking with the Moderna will give the highest boost in antibody levels. For those who got the J&J, trying something else is probably a little bit better than sticking with the J&J. And for Pfizer, it probably doesn't really matter. So. Okay, interesting. And then is being fully vaccinated, is it still possible even without a booster, or will that booster then make you considered fully vaccinated? What's your opinion on that? Yeah, so according to the CDC, it's still those 2 doses for Pfizer and Moderna, and 1 dose for J&J that's considered being fully vaccinated. And that means that individuals having been vaccinated as such can go back to do what they were doing pre-COVID. Okay, very good, Dr. Blanchard. Thank you so much for being here and answering some of our questions. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, Ava, did I answer your questions?
Someone called police to report hearing gunshots in the parking lot of the Shops at Kenilworth in Towson just before 10:30 Monday night. Officers got there and found a man who'd been shot at least once. Medics rushed him to a hospital, but police say the man, identified as 21-year-old Barry Ransom, died several hours later.
It's scary in the sense because it's just getting closer and closer to my work. I live right down the street too.
Evan Poremski had already left work for the night at nearby Atwaters when the shooting happened. That parking lot is surrounded by several businesses, including a Trader Joe's and a bank.
Thank God it did happen at night, but it's just insane. Especially I know other restaurants were here later than we were. We thankfully closed around 6 p.m., but you have the restaurants closing at 10, 11. Who knows who also could have been involved in that.
Police aren't saying much about the investigation, except that their preliminary information indicates that the victim was targeted, and detectives are following up on several leads.
Humans, we're struggling. It's just a sad time in culture and world, and so I hope the justice is done, whatever that measure is.
Detectives are investigating a significantly higher number of homicides in Baltimore County this year. They've increased by nearly 40% over 2020. Police are attributing the uptick to the pandemic and more behavioral health incidents.
You hate to see stuff like this happen, and I wish it wouldn't. And I'd like to see action to step away from that and move in a better direction.
I come here a lot. I know a lot of people do, and you thought you were safe, but I did start looking over my shoulder a little bit more today, when I came here. And I feel like they really need to get a grip on the crime.
At this point, investigators say the description of the suspect in the homicide Monday night is too vague to release publicly. They're asking anyone with information about the case to call them. And so police say that the victim in this case is from Philadelphia. We have not yet been able to determine his connection to Baltimore County. Anyone with information that could help out investigators with this case is urged to call detectives at 410-307-2020. Reporting live in Towson tonight, Kyrie, WBAL TV 11 News.
That shopping center isn't far from where the Best Buy I had to go to was. And if somebody didn't put the money up, I would have had to ride through there. But that's a good neighborhood, supposedly. But like I said, they're moving out. Now, that guy was from Philadelphia. So you know it was drug related, because why would somebody come down here from Philadelphia and wind up getting shot? Yeah, it is. Like I said, why would somebody come down from Philadelphia? And then they out there in the good neighborhood. They ain't coming to the city. They out there in the good neighborhood. That's because people and wore the city out. So they heading out to the good neighborhoods to find these victims. We watching a surveillance video. There's a vehicle. There was a surveillance video of the suspects that shot that 4-year-old little boy. You ain't even safe in your own house.
The search is on for the gunman who fired into a home in Chicago Lawn, hitting a man sitting in his own living room. It happened just after 1 this morning near 61st and Campbell. The 22-year-old victim heard gunfire and the sound of breaking glass, then realized he'd been shot. One bullet hit his shoulder, another grazed his head. He was taken to the hospital in fair condition.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't even safe in your own house. Somebody says, so said they most likely shot the wrong house. Let me see, is the footage ready yet? You still on the first one? That's not good. What is that? Why it's so hard for inanimate objects to do their job? What happened? I saw it with the second floor. So I'm thinking, okay, the second floor, we've been going to, we saw the endocrinologist and we saw the heart failure group on the second floor. So I thought it was over top of the emergency room and was in the same place as the other places. So I got the bike chained up around the other side. I come inside the main, then I find out, no, it's on this side. So now I get the bike, get back on the bike, ride the bike back around here, chain it up here. Then I go in and I ask, where is the Smythe building? Well, it got two names. It's called the Professional Building. Now, I know the Professional Building. I know the Russell Morgan Building. I don't know what a Smitty is, Smythe or Smythe. S-M-Y-T-H-E. Is that Smythe or Smythe? It got the same name. And so they're going to sit there and tell me I got to come back. I don't want to come back. I'm pissed off. I done rode all the way out here, waste my daggone time. And yeah, I'm at the hospital making a bunch of noise. You know this camera will not turn around. There it is. Dennis. Man. We got to do without that. But I'll get my money tomorrow, so. You know. Tony says you're right. Nobody's safe in their own house. You're right, Tony, there. Hey, I done. How you son? How you son? Hello. Oh, I'm still wearing this thing. Oh, it do say Smitty. I saw a Professional Building and kept going. Hey man, that's the first inanimate objects do their job. Hold on a sec. What's the problem? Oh, Lord. Come on, PC. What's the problem? Oh, it's a dead file. Let me see. So it do say Smitty. I never noticed it. Of course, everybody got to get in front of me. What the hell are they doing? Come on, man. Always got to get in front of me and do that crap. It never fails. They always got to get in front of me and do that crap. I don't understand it, man. Damn. Where you got to go, man? See, y'all, I don't have my tobacco pouches. Hope I don't get into no fight today. I'm dead serious. I hope I don't get in no fight today. I don't. I ain't time my turn signal on. I knew it. I knew it. Everybody else going. Damn. Slow driving. Everybody else going. The whole time I'm thinking, this car should pass me. Why it's not passing me? It should be young. I tell you, one of them days. What happened? I got there 10 minutes late. Oh, wait a minute. $5, anybody. I'm out here hollering at the people. I need my tobacco pouches before I kill somebody. Can't give me the green light, can you? You just can't give me the damn green light. Can't give me nothing. I'm in a damn cent. Still can't get the green light. It's not even a real damn street. We need to get up that hill. We need momentum. That's why I didn't come live last night. Going over the bridge. Yeah, gonna get on the sidewalk. Hey, be an idiot right there. You knew that. I'm sorry, up there in the street. Knew it had to be somebody right there waiting. Hey, it's time. Hey, it's time. Hey, it's time. Well, you got shots, folks. You ain't worrying about no bump. Uh-oh. Your time right there, watch. I knew it. Fucking knew it. Come on. That's why I got on the sidewalk. And they still harassed me. Got on the sidewalk and still got harassed. I don't know damn sense. I got on the sidewalk to get out their way. They gonna come find you. Cause I don't have to get on the sidewalk. I can stay in the street. Got on the sidewalk to get out the way. The dude still cut me off. Like, damn. Hey, it's time. That was fun. I gotta say, that was fun. Hey, it's time. Woo! The 17th. should have got back in the street. Look kind of raggedy down here. Wait a minute. They look kind of raggedy down here. No, I'm sorry. Handsaw. Lost all our momentum. Boy, we was on the Swagtron. Handsaw. Oh, snap. Oh, y'all getting the streets like sidewalk closed. So you wanna go up that big hill? I don't. Look how steep that hill is. God darn. I think I got a cold. I don't have road rage. I don't have my nicotine. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have road rage. Dang, I'm doing 22. What was that cab doing? He gone. Speed limit 35. Did you say Smitty? That's it for that file. I never noticed it. And then, boys, everybody got to get in front of me. What the hell are they doing? Come on, man. Hey, Dylan Stokes, can you put $5 on the cash app? Hey. Them cars a little close there. What do y'all think? All right, now we starting to level out. So we never get the green light the other way. We don't get the green light this way either. Hey, Chung Lee. For those of y'all that say I don't paddle, y'all say it. It took me 10 minutes to find a dentist. And they sent me home. Rescheduled the appointment. Wasting my daggone time. I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight, but I'm worrying about the dentist. I blame myself for that. At least tomorrow we go to the cardiologist. So when we go to the real doctor, not no cosmetic doctor. We should go to the real doctor tomorrow. I got $2 on my card. If they still got them on sale, I might can get a can. Time for the weed moment. I'm not even gunning it. You see that dome that says 0. Somebody hit the cash app. Thank you. I was just blowing off steam there. The camera tilted up. John Lee says at least I have an appointment. Yeah, well, I told the lady, I said, well, you're not going to let me in. Can you at least reschedule it then? I mean, you know, she had like out there to get my heart looked at. We talking about cosmetic stuff. I don't look myself in the mouth. Couldn't give me the light, could you? God darn it. You couldn't give me the light. You just couldn't let me have it, could you? Just couldn't let me have the light. I know, it would kill you. It would friggin' kill you. Just couldn't let me have the light. I know. John Lee said she had a great day yesterday. Listen, nobody came. That's rough right there. That's rough right there. Woo! Yeah, I saw the email. I hit the link too. The link didn't work for me either. Yes, ma'am. If you get in the 3-wheel, make sure it's 150 your doorways. That's my only concern with the 3-wheel.
Like, I got a real wide front door, like 33, 34.
Yeah, but are you going to be taking it to places? Because if you're going to get a 3-wheel, I would use it as a mobility scooter.
That's all I did.
And that clip ended. Did he say Smitty? Hold on. I never noticed it. Of course, everybody got to get in front of me. What the hell are they doing? Come on.
Shipping. I'm scared because I don't understand how to ship everything. It's like half prices.
This lady was a waste of time. Skip her. Y'all can watch her on the regular video. My buddy here today. Where is he? My buddy not here today? How you doing? I don't see my buddy, so we'll just lock it up. Normally he watch it for me. Get one for now. I want to see me ride. Did he say Smitty? I never noticed it. Have a good one, sir. Let's get moving. No risk. All right, let's go. The one thing you gotta get past the like, they give you features. Oh, snap. D-man, you couldn't let me go, I know. Couldn't let me go, I know. There's the Family Dollar. Everywhere I go, somebody's smoking in my daggone face. That's the problem. We doing 19, 20. We doing 20 miles per hour on the sidewalk. I'm doing 20 miles per hour on the sidewalk. Hey, excuse me, sir. How you doing today, buddy? Pretty good. They're on the books. Hey, all right, let's get it. Ouch. Well, we didn't get to see the dentist today, but we get to redo it. We can take Marsha to the cardiologist tomorrow. Because she can handle that. So we can take Marsha to the cardiologist tomorrow. Don't beat me up, Liz. But I still got a pack of them a pack of them ramen noodles left. I'm gonna use that for my side order tonight. We use a lot of battery on this track. That's why I kept sneezing. Everywhere I was smoking in my face. Don't get me wrong. I used to love cigarettes. They do say Smitty. I never noticed it. All righty. So those of y'all that came with the mobile live, y'all get to see everything that you didn't see. That's why we like to bring the two cameras. You get to see everything that you didn't see. Y'all may not like that angle, but I do. If you want to see the road, you got the front. If you want to see the rear, look to the left. I know y'all don't want to see my ugly mug, but until I get an extension, like a tripod for the handlebars, where I can put it above me, but it's going to make it stand out too much. So y'all can't say I don't pedal, because you see it. Now, we don't have to pedal as much on Bessie as we do Marsha. But y'all see I do pedal and get exercise. So y'all can't say I don't pedal. And it's not in the highest gear. It's in fourth gear, 4 out of 7. So you can't say that I'm cheating. But I think I picked the cold up. I don't know how I got up today because I can tell you, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was still up. 4:30 in the morning, I was still up. I dozed off around 5 and woke up at 6, looked at the clock, went back to sleep. But I did get up at 8:30. How? I don't know. How am I still going right now? I don't know. I got up at 5 o'clock yesterday in the afternoon. It's not even 5 in the afternoon yet. How did I get up? I don't know. But I do know that I seem to have picked up a cold. So I'm going to go lay down. But thank y'all for spending the day with me. We was on early today. Tomorrow, our appointment is in the afternoon. So we go see the cardiologist tomorrow. I'm going to charge Bessie up. And once again, I got the transfer. We got an appointment tomorrow and then one Thursday. So we got an appointment tomorrow and then we got one Thursday. Thank you, Chun-Li. So when we leave from the glorious person that donated, I still got 5 something left. I'm going to go to the market when I come from the cardiologist tomorrow. And we already know there ain't gonna be no cart there. We already know it. So I'm gonna get exercise from walking around. Anybody have any idea of what I could get? I just need it for the night, for tomorrow night. And my disability come Wednesday. So we made it. We're gonna do a better job of managing the money. See, when Mud Duck bought Jan, I got a little boost off of it. And that's why we were going and hitting the market and doing all that stuff. Well, there wasn't no boost this month. And then we're getting the TV and then the problems with the TV. And then the prescriptions. They changed our prescriptions 5 times. And so, was that the cash app? Oh, thank you, dear. So we can hit the market on the way back. I got 5 pieces of chicken in the refrigerator, and I'm going to eat 3 tonight, and I'm going to eat 3 tomorrow. And so I'll fry all 5 of them at the same time. But I'll eat 3 tonight and then eat 2 tomorrow. And I still got a pack of ramen noodles up there. So that'll be my side order. And then we'll hit the market. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't say who they want me to say who they are. Without the 2 women that helped, I don't know how I would have made it. So but I know I've spent over $65 in prescriptions this month. When on the Medicare, I was only spending $9.99. Y'all can say what you want. Having to get the TV. And then the problem with the TV, and I still got to go back to the pharmacy because we got to go get the insulin. Now, I got enough because I bought 2 boxes. I just bought a box in September and had to buy a box this month too. So I got enough for tomorrow. So Wednesday, we're going to do a loop like we did today. We're going to come from the hospital. We're going to hit the market. Then we're going to hit the pharmacy to get the insulin and then come back up. So but I had a program with Medicare. It's called WellCare. That and the medical assistance. It took years to get to that level where you don't have to pay for your prescriptions. But ever since we got rid of we got off the metformin and we got off the Carvedilol, which I got 4 bottles in the closet up in the cabinet of each. They switched us to Losartan. Guess what? We took 3 of them pills, and then they switched us again to Metoprolol. Then they put us on the Entresto. Then we got the mag oxide, whatever that is. Then we got another medicine. We didn't get the vitamin D that they wanted, but we got enough vitamin D to last the rest of the year. We was able to get 200 pills. Now they wanted us to get 50,000. But we wound up getting 4,000. So I take two of them a day, so that's 8,000. So, but I was only supposed to take the 50,000 once a week. So 7 times 8 is what? Anybody know what 7 times 8 is? I know 7 times 2 is 42. 7 times 6 is 42, right? So 8 times 7 is, what is 8 times 7? So it's this right there. Seven times 7 is 49. So 8 times 7 would be 54. So there you go. That's your 5,000. So we're getting the same thing, except I was able to get 2 $100 bottles because it was buy one get one, and we was able to get it for $13, whereas we would have had 4 pills was 17. Four pills was $17. 56. Okay. Well, there you go. It was supposed to have been 50,000. So we actually taking 5,600. And we're actually taking supposed to have been supposed to have been 50,000 for the whole month. I'm still not saying it right. For the whole week. 50,000 string pill once a week. So that's 200. That's 200,000, right? If we take 8,000 a day, 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. So we're getting 56,000. Close enough. It's actually more. We're taking more than they suggested. They said 50,000. We taking 56,000. And instead of paying $17 for 4 stinking pills, we got 200 for 13. So that was good. They didn't have the insulin. Y'all remember we went to the pharmacy last week. And I had the rewards. You know the rewards. I guess from buying all that stuff, we have racked up $4 in rewards. And so I was able to get 2 of the cans, and I made them last. I made them 2 cans last for almost 5 days. I did good. But now, thanks to somebody donating today, I was able to get a couple, and we can go to the market tomorrow. Yes, the pharmacist picked it out. The pharmacist picked it out, Nia. I had talked to the doctor. Oh, and did y'all know while I was trying to run out the door, did y'all know I got another call from some diabetic from somewhere? Some diabetic. She was talking about they got a program, and it's $125 to get in, and it's $25 a month. And they show you how to make meals and all that stuff. Why is it somebody trying to drain me? I mean, every time I turn around, it's something new. Heck, am I going to get $125? You take that $125 and buy some food with it. God darn. I can't get ahead. That's why I say if you don't spend your money, somebody else will. If you don't spend your money, somebody else will. So Wednesday, actually I'm going to order it at 1 a.m. on Tuesday night. I'm going to order Davy's kitty litter. And we're going to order 4 boxes. We're going to knock that out the box. Then we got to run back to the pharmacy to get the insulin. But tomorrow, when we come from the doctors, we're going to stop at the market, and I'm going to get some food for tomorrow night. Nia says your new plan provides free education. Well, then it's going to have to wait till January because I ain't kicking out no way. I'm going to get $125 from. It seems like the more you try to do good, the more you get knocked back. But we trying. But every time we think we done, here comes something else just rising up. Something just keeps sneaking up. Nia says all plans cover preventive and educational material. So like I say, we got an appointment tomorrow. We got an appointment Thursday. I think we got an appointment on the 9th. Wait a minute. Or was it the 19th? Hold on a second. I know we got to go back to the dentist on the 15th. I'm sad, but I ain't sad. I mean, I'm sad that we didn't get to see the dentist, but hey, I went this long. All right, so we got 15 to go to the market with tomorrow. That'll really help. Anybody have any ideas? I like the Gatorade, but it's too much money. You know, the Gatorade Zero is pretty good, but it's $1.20 for each bottle. Anybody have a less expensive alternative? I like the Gatorade, but how many ounces is this? Where the ounces at? This is 32 ounce. To get 5 of these would be $6. Actually, it'd be over $6 because 5 times 20, yeah, it would be 6 something. This is 64 ounces. They 3 for $5. Nia says, make your own. Well, when we went to the market last time, I got the Country Time Lemonade sugar-free mix. And I got the A&W. I got when I get off of here, I'm going to go make the mix. I think I got it's either 3 or 2 packets left of the A&W. So I'm going to make that. What I might do, that's not a bad idea that Nia had. She doesn't realize it, but she gave me a good idea. Do a mix. Get the Gatorade one day. The next time, get the sugar-free lemonade powder mix. The next time, get the A&W. Then get the Gatorade again. Then get the teas. You know, mix it up. But I wish they made the Gatorade in like a gallon jug or something. I like that Gatorade. I just wish that it didn't cost so much. But I really enjoy it. Nia says Gatorade has powder mixes. Nia, remind me of that tomorrow. Remind me of that tomorrow. We got $15. If I can get a meat, a side order, and the Gatorade mix. See, we only need something for one night. Now, we hadn't ran to the hospital and then ran all the way down to the pharmacy. I was going to go hit the market. At the time, I only had $5, but I was going to go and just get some side orders. You know, either get some more of the salad mix or, you know, get some frozen vegetables, something for a side order. I was going to go and get that. Nia says you can get the powder and make gallon jugs. Okay. And then that way we don't. Okay. So we'll go tomorrow. We'll see if they have the powder, and we'll get enough for tomorrow night. And then Wednesday morning, we going on the move. But I definitely need to get Davey some kitty litter. Cause I thought half a box would last. No, it didn't. So we're gonna have to scrap that. We're gonna scrap that out, clean the box out, and give us some fresh kitty litter. That's number one. We hanging on now. Y'all know the baking soda that I got from the refrigerator. We using the baking soda, so we only got a day and a half to go, so we'll be all right. I'll see if I can order it. I'll see if I can order it like next day or same day. Matter of fact, let's take a look. I'll see if I can order it next day. Oh, y'all can see that. Well, I don't have no carpet fresh because I don't have no carpets. I got hardwood floors. So 888. Oh, that's a fresh. Today, 5 to 10 p.m. Well, hold on a sec. Go back. Okay, so I can get that in the same day. Wait a minute. Do they got a that ain't the kind she used though? Is that just one box? And is that just one box? And do you get 2 boxes? Or just one? Do you get 2 of them? Or just one? Ain't it? See, it's showing 2 of them. It's showing 2 of them. Hold on. Mm. Ain't nobody saying do you get 2 boxes? So is it 2 boxes? It's 2 boxes pictured, but I don't see where it says you get 2. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you get 2 boxes or just one? me see. Let me see. Low to high. Prime. Trying to see if I can get a set. I might just order her 4 boxes of the 888. So 4 times 9 is 36. So I'll just do that. I'll just order her. Go back. Just put in cat litter. Low to high. That's 724. Yeah, so $9. 4 times 9 is 36. Yeah, we'll probably go with that. 4 times 9 is 36. That's an 18-pound bag. Wait a minute, 701. How much is the shipping? I don't see a 701. Where's the 701? Somebody lying. That's it. Yeah. It says 701. Where is it? I don't see nothing that say 701. I hate when they do that. Get you looking for something it ain't there. Oh, wait a minute. It say page 1 of 3. How you get to the next page? How you get to the next page? It say page 1 of 3. Oh, the hell with it. The heck with it. I'll figure it out. I got a day and a half. We're going to go ahead and get her straight. Then it said it's a good choice. It says 15 pounds. If she wasn't so daggone the problem is her mother didn't teach her how to cover up her poops. And I've tried to teach her. She's not good at it. So I have to try to catch her when she does it so that I can hurry up and flush it. Doesn't hurt the toilet because she doesn't cover it up. But if I don't catch it and she come back beforehand, she'll cover up the one she left open all that time and then leave the new one on top of it. That's not good. So that means that it's sitting there drawing attention. And then she come and do it again and draw attention. So that means I can't let, every time she go, I got to go run behind her. Yeah. So that's something I got to stay on top of. Either that or throw out in the alley. One or the other. It's one or the other. Not gonna have me on the street. I thought Lakeshore Drive.
News on Dusambo Lakeshore Drive. A woman is in the hospital after she shot there. It happened last night. Here's video from the scene where police found her car over near Diversey in Lincoln Park. It had bullet holes in the doors. You see one there. She said someone in a red Jeep started shooting at her. A bullet hit her leg. Police have not found that red Jeep.
So what happened? Those of y'all that watch Good Times, y'all know that the rich lived on Lakeshore Drive. So I guess in the 30 years, I guess the rich and moved on. And the hooligans and moved in. I remember. Three hours ago.
We've come here today because back on September 29th, 2018, Darnell Powell was murdered when he was shot in his bedroom asleep. Since that time, our detectives have been working ever since then on trying to solve this case, come up with any leads, and trying to find a suspect in this case. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of difficulty in doing that. We've kept advertising this case, and fortunately, here recently, the Attorney General's office was able to provide us some extra funding for tips, an extra $4,500. So now, as you can see in the sign, the reward's up to $9,500. We need people, somebody out there, I'm sure knows something. We need somebody to help us out and get information so that we can solve this case and bring some closure to Darnell and to his family. Anyone that does have information can contact Crime Stopper. They'll remain anonymous and be available for that reward. Today, as part of this, I'm going to ask Darnell's mother if she wants to come up and say a few words. So if you want to come up now.
Good morning. On behalf of my family, I would like to say thank you to everyone that has been helping us, Detective Diddy, the Winter Haven Police Department, all of the news media for helping us get the word out. The Chief of Police, both and Chief Bird, our former Chief Bird, to my family and my friends. I really thank everyone. The support has been very comforting. It helps us a lot. It lets us know that we're not alone. If someone does know anything in reference to what happened to Darnell, we're just asking that someone just reach out to us. If you can't reach out, if you don't feel comfortable speaking to the police, I'm always available. My family, you can call anonymous. We just have to get justice for Darnell. So I want to thank everyone again, and we're just also asking if anyone does know anything, to just kind of help us out. Thank you.
Also, this morning, detectives will be going out back in the area, reposting signs, speaking to anyone that wants to talk to us, and trying to get some more information on this. So that is all I have for this right now.
All right. How come Fox News always got the best stuff? There's Fox again. Oh, what? Wait a minute. It vanished. Where'd it go? You gotta be kidding me. We'll check this out.
And still no arrest in a carjacking in Chicago's West Loop last night. It happened right near Fulton Market. Man says he was in his RAV4 near Sagamon and Kinsey when two men walked up with a gun. The driver handed over his keys and was not hurt.
That's not what I was looking for. But okay. That's not what I was looking for. Where did it go? It was something so stupid. Let me do a refresh. Where did it go so quick? It was like I saw it, but I didn't believe it. See, I can't find it because I keep finding more stories.
Also south of Chicago, one woman is dead. Another woman is in the hospital after a shooting in a bar parking lot. It happened just before 3 this morning outside the SVN bar near 146th and Kilpatrick. Officers were at the scene trying to make sure things were calm as the bar was closing when they heard gunshots. Midlothian police say the woman who died was 19-year-old Morgan Brown of Linwood. The second woman was shot in the arm and leg. So far, no arrests.
Let me give y'all a tip. Wherever you go, I don't care if it's a bar, I don't care if it's a club, I don't care if it's a baseball game, football game, always leave early. Always leave early. And I'm not saying that you have to be missing the action. But you should always leave early, because when people do start piling out, they want to go. And when they start rushing and crowding out the door, you push somebody, you bump into somebody get knocked down, they might feel some kind of way and might do something to you. But if you leave early, you ain't there, right? If you at a bar here in Maryland, last call is 1:45. That's your last call. That's your last call, 1:45. So 1 is a good time to leave. Why? People still happy. They still got their drinks. As 1:45 approaches, people realize they can't drink no more. They get a little irritated, and then they start getting put out. Why would you want to be there with an irritated drunk? Why would you want to be leaving with an irritated drunk? Because I have worked at a liquor store before, and I'm telling you, people always come at the last minute and then get mad when you can't serve them. Be like, hey, 1:45 is last call. It's 1:46. Oh, come on, I made it. Come on. And you tell them I can't do it. The law says we can't serve it after 1:45. And they want to fight. They can't get their liquor on. Y'all have seen us at the market. Remember when we used to go on the late night when they stayed open to 12? Y'all have seen us up there loading the bike up. Then close the door. People still coming up. 12:05, 12:10. People still pulling up. Hey, are they open? It gets to the point that the guys that bring the shopping carts in, they stay up on it so they don't have to be outside because they can get hurt. As sad as that may sound, people are getting mad at the shopping cart attendants for being out there bringing the shopping carts in because they can't get in the store, and they actually might attack the shopping cart. That's how crazy people is. That's why I always leave early. If something happened after you leave, you can always pick it up. Now, I can't find the story. I can't find the story now. I'm still looking. Oh. That's a month ago. That's a week ago. That'd have been a great story. Yeah, we can check this out.
Trucking is a highly fragmented industry where it takes little more than a commercial driver's license and a truck to get into business. This makes it an appealing choice for workers looking to earn wages or even start their own companies. But it means the industry is subject to extreme boom and bust cycles. The COVID-19 pandemic has delivered its own challenges, including lockdowns, restrictions, troubles in the supply chain, and shocks to the broader economy. A large share of truck driving schools have shut down, some permanently, and there are shortages of new trucks which need to be replaced every few years. Drivers are badly needed, and the trucking industry has a very high turnover rate.
They're always looking for the next company that's going to pay them the most. It's not uncommon for a truck driver to have several jobs in 1 year, unfortunately.
The life of a truck driver is not the easiest. It can mean long trips away from home and tough conditions on the road. Stiff competition among thousands of trucking companies in America for contracts and for drivers contributes to the fragmentation and chaos and makes it difficult for companies to consolidate. Impending technological shifts, such as autonomously driven trucks, may change all of that. This could have huge implications for the future of the industry and for the roughly 3.5 million truck drivers now on America's roads.
We don't get flagged for this.
The freight business is 12% of the global economy. 40% of the global economy is dependent in some way on freight and logistics. Like shipping, trucking is part of the massive global supply chain and logistics industry that moves goods around the world. But these two links in the chain are extremely different in some key ways. Trucking is far more fragmented than shipping is. The top 10 shipping carriers represent 85% of shipping capacity. The top 10 trucking companies, on the other hand, only account for about 12% of the total trucking capacity. The largest asset-based trucking company in the United States is Knight-Swift. Based out of Phoenix, Arizona, it had revenues of $4.7 billion in 2020. The industry total is about $800 billion. The reason the industry is so fragmented starts with the fact that the barriers to entry are quite low. Whereas it costs tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars and at least a couple years to build a single ocean-going container ship, a new truck can be bought for $150,000 to $200,000.
You can easily finance that through a bank. You don't have to have a lot of capital to do that, and you don't have to make plans that are measured in years.
Craig Fuller runs an industry news source called FreightWaves. Trucking runs in Fuller's family. Fuller's father started one of the largest privately held trucking companies in America, called U.S. Express, in 1985. His uncle started another very large company called Covenant. Fuller says the industry has changed a lot since its grandfather started in the business around the middle of the 20th century. The industry used to be highly regulated, but rules were relaxed in the late 1970s and it became a lot easier for people to get into trucking. It's a lot more competitive, but also a lot less stable and more vulnerable to these big booms and busts. As with just about any other industry, when demand is strong, businesses are incentivized to take advantage of higher prices. They purchase more trucks, hire more drivers, and boost wages to attract workers. But these are thousands of small companies, often ones that are not sharing information and that are each acting in their own interests. For example, there are 350,000 to 400,000 self-employed truck drivers alone in the United States. Independent truck drivers in small fleets make up about 90% of the industry. So the effect of thousands of small trucking companies boosting capacity to meet demand can add up quickly to an excess of supply, which in turn drives down prices and creates conditions for a bust. In the 5 years leading up to 2021, there were at least 5 freight boom and bust cycles. 2018 was a record year for the trucking industry, but 2019 was the worst year since the financial recession. For example, a remarkably high number of trucking companies filed for bankruptcy, 1,100 to be exact. That is compared to 310 in the previous year. 2020 alone produced 3 cycles. There was a dramatic surge in demand early in the year, followed by a crash, and then another surge.
When COVID hit, things did change, and it changed dramatically. For us, it was not a lot of freight. A lot of shippers were closed. There were a lot of companies that were closed, and that just took the amount of freight that we
all right, I'm bored. We gonna get flagged for that. Make no mistake about it. We gonna get flagged and dragged. Ain't make no mistake about it. We gonna get flagged. Ain't no dispute. But hopefully, if they don't knock the channel down, we can just edit it out. Where's that video at? Why can't I find that video? I might want to go lay down. Looks like it won't show up again. I guess we can't find it. I could just comment on it. Maybe somebody can find a link. All right, I'm just going to tell y'all about it. All right, y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all about it. Look, y'all know that here in Baltimore City, they have banned plastic bags. Plastic bags are now banned in Baltimore City. Y'all know when we go to the market, y'all don't see me with bags anymore. Luckily, we have the pannier bags. We're fortunate that we have the pannier bags, okay? So plastic bags, when y'all do a little shopping, you know, you put your stuff in there, they saying that people throw them in the street and they wind up clogging up the gutters. Fish and birds choke on them. That's what they're saying. So they have banned plastic bags in Baltimore City. Not only that, you used to get your plastic bag for free. So now you got to either bring your own bag or you got to buy a paper bag. But you got to pay a nickel for each bag. The plastic bag, and before, if you wanted paper, you didn't pay nothing. But now, you got to pay for a paper bag. I saw an article, and I can't find it again, that was even stupider than that. New York City, all the bar and restaurant owners are trying to figure out what are they going to do, because guess what's banned in New York City? They banning straws. Drinking straws are being banned in New York City. You like a straw with your drink, it's being banned. If you go to the bar and you get the little drink with the little umbrella and the straw hanging, no. No more straws. They banning straws now. Why? They saying the same thing. They clog up the drains. The fish and the birds choke on them. So they are eliminating straws in New York City. Now, I'm not affected by that. Y'all see me, I drink out of these. Why do I like them? I don't have to worry about the cat knocking them over because the cap is on. That's why I prefer to use those bottles. But guess what? Pretty soon they're going to say plastic bottles are hurting the fish. Pretty soon they're going to say plastic bottles have got to go. Watch. Straws. If you make plastic bags and you own the company, you ain't got no company no more. Not yeah. Well, Liz, you better not move to New York City because you won't have no straw. I think I got a cold, people. I haven't had a cold since, damn. I haven't had a cold since 2000 and what, 15? 2014? That's not good. So if you enjoy having a straw, you better bring your own. And don't let the waitress see them. Nia says she out with the cars listening. Liz says about them switching to paper straws. Well, we could have found out. I couldn't find the article. I saw it the one time, but there was a better article. And we went with that one. And then I tried to look for it, and we looked for it twice. I can't find it. If somebody know it, can find a link, as long as it ain't Fox or Inside Edition or TMZ, because them suckers flag. John Lee says you can take a metal straw. Liz says they have silicone straws too you can purchase. She said aluminum. John Lee says aluminum, she meant. Liz says I have those. Well, there you go. Now, it doesn't bother me about the shopping bags. And that was another reason that I'm glad we didn't because I had the $5. I was going to keep on to the market. But I saw the drain on the battery. But also, I didn't put the pannier bags on there for less weight and speed. and I didn't have a backpack on. So if I'd have went, I'd have had to have a bag in my hand. And I don't particularly like that. I was really considering switching bikes and going. I said, no, we'll just wait. I'll eat the chicken and the oodles and noodles tonight, and tomorrow we'll go to the market after we come from the cardiologist. And if I wasn't dead tired from lack of sleep, I'd ride up there right now. But we got the chicken in there. So I'll eat the chicken. And for the 80th time, I still got one pack of the ramen noodles left. It won't kill me. I'll eat half of the ramen noodles today. And then tomorrow, before we leave, I'll eat the rest with the other 2 pieces of chicken. So we all right for the night. I think I'm coming down with a cold, so I'm gonna try to recover before tomorrow. That's why I say this might not be a bad thing that we didn't get seen by the dentist today. They might not have seen me anyway. With my nose running and with me sneezing. Y'all been telling me to cover my head. And even though, we got the minister's hat and the helmet, I could have been wearing the skull cap. Yeah, that's why I say it's a. Liz says, when did you reschedule? The 15th. At 9:30 a.m. So hold on, I got to change this. $9:45 a.m. But I'm gonna change it though. Hey. We're gonna change it to 8:45. Why is it still saying 11 to 12? $7 a.m. All right, the 15. So we have the contact fitting on the 9th. Hey man, I'm missing something. Okay, the cardiologist is tomorrow. And what time is that? 3:40 p.m. I'm going to change that to 2:40. So I'll be early. Because even my trifling behind. 2:40 p.m. And when do we see Dr. Epstein? 240 also. Okay, and then we go see Dr. Romero, 4 to 5 p.m. Dr. Romero. I just like saying I just like saying that. You're gonna see Dr. Romero. By the way, who is Cesar Romero? Liz say, I like going to the doctors early in the morning. You're a morning person, Liz. I told you I got up yesterday at 5 o'clock. Do you realize it's not even 5 o'clock yet? I'm sitting here on 2.5 hours sleep, and we still going. Liz says, but I am a morning person. You realize? At 4:30, I was still watching In the Heat of the Night. Then I got bored of it, and I started watching the boxing from Saturday night. They had a lot of boxing cards. Now that the COVID restrictions are lifted a little bit, they're having a lot of cards. I watched 2 lady boxers. One was the IBF world champion. The other one was the WBA world champion. You had British versus the United States. White female versus a black female. I gotta tell you, I watched that fight. I don't know how the black girl was a world champion. She was slow, plodding. I don't believe she's from America. She was slow, plodding, overthrew her punches, and she got tore up. I don't know who she won the belt from, but that must be a sorry division. Because, I mean, she was just slow and plodding, and her infighting was terrible. And it just seemed like she couldn't keep up. It was kind of like watching Smoking Joe Frazier. Y'all remember Smoking Joe Frazier? Or let's just say George Foreman. Going against Sugar Ray Leonard. She was slow. When I say slow, I mean it. And then when she did punch, it looked like she ain't had nothing behind him. All I kept thinking was, who the hell is her contenders? I'm just saying, it was just like she just was plodding around, plodding. The white girl, crowd quick, she's just like plodding. And then when she throwing, it's like she ain't got nothing into it. She just throwing. How did she win the world title? I don't understand. But I watched it. You know, they say you only as good as your competition. You only as good as your competition. You're only as good as your competition. So even though she won the belt, I wouldn't have won it. I'd give it back. He even had it. I don't want it. Because if you're the champ, if you're the champ of your division, I don't want to be in your division because I'm going to kill everybody in it. Ain't no need me. Ain't nobody even going to bet no money. Oh, Bobcat sent us a video. Give me a second, y'all. Bobcat sent us a video. Let me go to Gmail. There he is. Bobcat sent us a video. Who should I send it to? Well, pop up first. All right, you popped up first, so we're sending you the link. All right, let's go to Hangouts and snatch it. All right, this is from Bobcat. Let me come back here and bring y'all back in. All right, this is from Bobcat. Clear. Oh man, that wasn't from Bobcat. My bad, I got the wrong link. Whoops. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Take me to Chrome. All right. This from Electrek.
The Turbo Ant Thunder T1 is a go anywhere, do anything style e-bike that offers a wide variety of experience. Whether it's slugging through an off-road trail in the mountains or forest, or blasting to work at fast speeds in the city or suburbs, the Thunder T1 is truly a versatile electric bike at a decent price. Stay tuned and you'll get a coupon code to save
$250 off your purchase. The Turbo Ant arrived 90% pre-assembled, which got from box to road very easily. The package included a full set toolkit, allowing for quick and convenient final assembly.
Off-road, the Thunder T1 can certainly hold its own. The fat 26 by 4-inch tires are at the center of the design, offering traction and comfort even in the most loose of terrain. The knobby surface on the name brand Kenda tires have a wide tread, allowing for snow, sand, or even mud to flow out of the way. The hydraulic front fork and mountain bike stands allow for more adventurous rides that a simple commuter bike wouldn't dare challenge. But it just so happens that the Thunder T1 is a commuter bike as well. Keeping you dry are the wide and long fenders. These offer protection for day-to-day riding and even in the loose terrain I mentioned earlier. Keeping you alive are the reflective sidewalls on the tires and the integrated front and rear lights. The front and rear lights are connected to the main battery, so you'll never have to switch out AAAs. The frame has bosses for mounting a rear rack, although I don't have one on hand to test out for
Where's the rear suspension?
And that's too bad. There are a couple of comfort points that make commuting a bit nicer: the wide saddle, ergonomic trim on the grips, and the adjustable stem. These don't add up to make a comfort bike, all things considered, but it is an added benefit for riding around town. Powering both on and off-road adventures is a 672 watt-hour removable Samsung battery. You can either spring for the fully internal battery, and that bike is called the Nebula N1, or you can save a few bucks and get the halfway integrated battery that I've got here. This bike is called the Thunder T1. Either way, you're getting the same capacity and the same performance, just a different look to the bike overall. Oh yeah, and it can also charge up your phone. It's actually really nice for long hauls. Combined with the battery is a 750 watt geared motor rated for 80 Newton meters of instant torque. When activated at full blast, this will propel the Turbo Ant up to 28 miles per hour. I can personally vouch for the durability and longevity of this motor since I have one on my personal fat bike that I've used for years. The bike also bakes in some cost savings too. The controller on the bike is perfectly sized for the application, but in the case of the Thunder T1, it's mounted behind the seat post tube. If you want to get a nice clean look, you should get the Nebula N1. That tucks the controller inside the bike frame for a really nice touch. The gearing on both bikes isn't terribly high end, but since it's using a hub motor, it's not as critical as good gearing on a mid-drive. The display tells you all the necessary information very clearly, but the simple LCD doesn't have advanced features that you see on high-end bikes. Honestly, I like the simple and non-connected display.
Yeah, really.
Personal preference. Lastly, the brakes are 180 millimeter mechanical disc brakes. These are easy to maintain, which I really like. However, they do need attention a bit more often. All in all, the Turbo Ant Nebula N1 and the Thunder T1 that I got to ride here are solid bikes for commuting and easy trails. Big thanks to Turbo Ant for sponsoring Electrek on YouTube.
You can use the coupon code ELECTREK250 to save $250 off your purchase. And check out the link in the description below to win a Thunder T1 of your very own.
I'd like to win one just to show everybody what it can do, but the specs don't do nothing for me. Number one, it looks like an e-bike. They got the battery hanging out. Now, you could get the more expensive one that doesn't have the battery hanging out. Number two, there's no rear suspension. Number three, the display is black and white. Number four, it still got the entry-level cheap Mickey Mouse gear shifters. Why would you put the cheap gear system on a bike with 26-inch fat tires and a 750 watt motor? Why would you put the cheap gearing system on there? At least they give you the hydraulic brakes. I give them that. Why can't they give you the package? Why does every bike that we look at, why can't they give you the basic features that Pedelec do? That Bafang motor might be better than the motor on Marsha, but you put a cheap gearing system with it. You got the battery hanging out. You see that man riding on a trail. He ain't riding through the grass. Because he knows without having no rear suspension, he going to be bucking like he on a horse. See, when you look at things, you got to look at everything. You can't just go, oh, it looks nice. You got to think about longevity. Y'all saw me riding in the grass today. When I got up on the sidewalk, I was riding in the grass. When there'd be a pole in the middle of the sidewalk or when somebody was in my way, I got in the grass to go around them. Every time we was going to hit an uneven pavement or a big pothole, you hear me say Hayasa. But watch me while I'm riding. Do you see me jolt Do you see me jump? Do you see me wobble? No, you don't. Because I'm expecting to. You got to look at the package. Because I'm sure that bike was around $1,700, $1,800. Why won't the other bike companies give you rear suspension? If you spend $1,700, $1,800 on an e-bike, why should you have to go on Amazon and put a cheap seat post on it? Cheap seat post suspension. If you get Bessie, she comes with seat post suspension, but it's an entry level bike. Y'all saw me ride it today. Did it ride like an entry level bike? No, it didn't. Why is it that you have to pay for the features? Because I can tell you, without the pannier bags on there, unless they looked at the tire, didn't nobody know I had an electric bike until they saw me going uphill and wasn't having the pedal. When you watch the video, you didn't hear one car honk at me. Because we kept a decent speed. We wasn't lollygagging. The bike wasn't struggling. So even the people behind me, they waited for an opportunity to go around, and they went around. But you saw me fussing at cars in front of me. Why you not going nowhere? But Bessie is the PX5, the entry level. The PS6 is the high level. Oh. You know, it's nice to have fenders on a bike, but the fenders sometimes make the tires look small, especially when they're that long. They make the tires look smaller. They make them look skinnier. They kind of hide them. Oh. The one thing I like about Marsha is she got all the bells and whistles, and she looks like a regular bike. That's what she like a regular bike. Let me see something real quick. Mm. I just typed in 26-inch fat tire bikes. All of these bikes look like e-bikes. Can we find one that don't look like an e-bike? We found one that don't have the battery hanging out. Look at all these e-bikes. They all 26-inch tire. All of them look like e-bikes. Hey, eBay got her for $18.39. Look at how clean it is. Look at how clean Marsha is. This looks like an e-bike with fat tires on it. I mean, it looks like a regular bike with fat tires on it. Doesn't necessarily say e-bike. Oh. Bike is just beautiful. It's classy yet rugged. Oh. Who now? We keep passing this. I'll take a look at it.
In this morning's Woman's Doctor, are you getting enough magnesium? Magnesium is a very important mineral in our bodies, and it helps with numerous bodily functions, from relaxing sore muscles to relieving anxiety. And Mercy Medical Center Dr. Ernestine Wright says there are certain signs that help determine if you are deficient. And Dr. Wright is joining us now with some more information. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So what are some of those factors that determine if you're deficient?
There's so many signs that perhaps point to a magnesium deficiency. If you're feeling tired and without energy, if your muscles feel sore,
sit down, man.
if you feel stressed and perhaps are prone to having headaches, these could be signs of magnesium deficiencies. Other signs include constipation, lack of sleep, and if you're having problems with bone loss, because we do know that magnesium is stored in bone, and lack of magnesium can cause bone loss.
So if you are deficient in magnesium, does that mean you're not eating the right foods?
Absolutely. We know that magnesium is found in vegetables and in complex grains like brown rice, nuts, and it's important that we eat the right food. So if you eat fruits, vegetables, complex grains, and you avoid junk food, then you raise your magnesium levels.
So what are the negative effects other than the symptoms that you mentioned of being magnesium deficient? Could there be some more severe problems?
Absolutely. We do know that magnesium is important in order to prevent vitamin D deficiency. We need magnesium to absorb vitamin D. So magnesium deficiency can lead to vitamin D deficiency. And we know that's involving so many things like protecting your immune system, protecting the heart, and ensuring that your bones stay healthy. And magnesium is the energizer. It gives us energy, keeps us from feeling stressed, and it gives us enough energy to get through the day. So it's really important to ensure that you're not magnesium deficient.
All right. And I'm guessing that you would suggest changing up your diet, and then would supplements be helpful?
I think changing the diet is number one, because it's important that we eat healthy, that we stick to eating our veggies and our complex carbohydrates and our grains. But if that doesn't work, then absolutely taking a supplement is the way to go.
All right, Dr. Wright, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For having me.
Always, anytime. And if you have any other questions or you'd like a referral, just call 1-800.
Now, for anybody who wondering why did I play that, because they got me taking magnesium oxide, and also they got me taking vitamin D. And now y'all see. Oh, we got a woman
New
on the
Jersey
run.
police are looking for a woman who escaped from a prison in Hunterdon County. Investigators say 40-year-old Jessica Graham is missing from the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility in Union Township. She was last seen near exit 13 on Interstate 78. No word yet how she escaped or the crime that put her in prison.
Well, you letting her get beat up? I want to escape too. You letting her get beat up in the prison? I was trying to escape too. What the heck? I just saying. That's rough right there. They couldn't find a better picture of her? Man. They couldn't find a better picture of her. She getting beat up that much in the prison. They couldn't find a better picture. That's sad. All right, y'all. I don't see nothing going on here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down. I held on as long as I could. I gotta get some sleep. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Thanks to the person that donated. We can go to the market tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. And I will see y'all tomorrow. As Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Doctor's appointment at the hospital where I got into an argument with the security guard at. Hopefully we don't have no repeat. Hopefully there's no repeat. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by, Liz, Chung Lee, Nia, Bobcat. Bobcat probably been gone. But y'all have a great night. Y'all can see I'm sitting here. I'm half asleep. Y'all have a great one. I'll see y'all. If I don't come back on later on, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, and y'all have a good evening. Good night, BD family. And we out.